Well, welcome everyone to the M Shed. Welcome to Bristol. I'm actually come from nearby. I'm quite proud of Bristol, the home of we've got Cabot, Brunel, and Greywater. And Greywater 1950s, Burden Institute up the road, just next door to BRL. Was possibly one of the first roboticists to create an autonomous system, certainly the first to use video as a mechanism, or film as a mechanism for demonstration. If you ever get the opportunity, and Professor Winfield here has probably got the link, if you get the opportunity, do take a look at some old footage. It's absolutely fantastic. Greywater in his bow tie, and his good lady sitting in the back of the in the back of the shop, sitting in the armchair in her ball gown, I think, or evening dress, while he's demonstrating the robot. We've moved a little bit on from that, but I certainly want to welcome you to tonight, the Robotics and Society night, and this serves as the official launch of the euRobotics week, and I think certainly BRL is very honoured to be part of that this initiative. Bristol Robotics Laboratory, I've got to do the plug, of course. BRL, Bristol Robotics Laboratory, is the largest facility of its kind in the UK, and I'm as director. Apologies, I haven't actually introduced myself. I'm Chris Melhuish, Professor Melhuish. I'm the director of BRL. And BRL is the largest facility of its kind. It combines something like 200 souls which are engaged in research and development. Also the whole skills agenda. So for example, we have undergraduate, masters, and PhD programs, and we also have an innovation theme as well, and an incubator. So part of the idea is to generate new ideas, being imaginative and creative, and then create jobs and commercialize products from the ideas that are coming out of the laboratory. And tomorrow, I think you have an opportunity to come to the lab. Sabine Howard will talk more about that later. Now, robotics and autonomous systems are really coming of age. We've had that promise of robotics for a long time, but you know, we are approaching it now. It's this confluence of different technologies that go together to make up a robot. Tomorrow I've got the opportunity of a few minutes to tell you a bit more about what I think a robot is, and we can discuss that perhaps then. But RAS is coming to age. This whole idea of big data, communications. In fact, we've lived with this, what I refer to as the infosphere, this digital ether in which we live. And now we're moving on to, if you like, the kinesphere, because bits don't interact with the world, but robots do. And so we're in a situation now where we're at this cusp, where we're moving into a future where devices which interact with the world and us are going to be part of our everyday experience, and that's where robotics comes in. Now, Europe has been the driving force for robotics, and certainly UK robotics has benefited from that. And Europe has been very positive about the potential economic and the social impact of robotics. And euRobotics, which is leading this initiative, is part of that vital element of the partnership between industry, academia, and the European Commission. Uwe Haas will be telling us a little bit more about that. Today, we've got a number of interesting souls come along for our panel, but in particular I would like to welcome three people. Uwe Haas, who will be coming up and giving a little talk in a moment, is the Secretary General of euRobotics. Maddie Delbo, MEP. She's got the longest title. She's the Vice Chair of the European Parliament, I've got to read this, Legal Affairs Committee and Parliamentary Rapporteur for Civil Law Rules on Robotics. So welcome, Maddie. And Maddie will be saying a few words too. And of course at home, the impact on the region, potential for economic development, economic impact and social impact means that we need to be engaged with the authorities that run, partly run our lives. And we've also honoured to have Amanda Deeks join us this evening. Amanda is the CEO of South Gloucestershire. Now, South Gloss is the Bristol. I get my wrist slapped because if I talk about Bristol, because we're talking about the Bristol region. Bristol region is bigger than Bristol, and actually the powerhouse, the engine house for economic activity is really South Gloucestershire. Aerospace, Filton, Science Park, University of West of England, all sorts of other activities that are going on there too. It would be inappropriate if I didn't actually didn't thank Sabine Howard. I want to embarrass. She's just sitting here. She'll say something in a moment because she has actually done all the work here, ably supported by Dave Leonard, wherever David is, to put this together. Perhaps just leave you with this thought that euRobotics in particular is one of its primary functions is networking, getting people to talk to each other. And I think this evening we've managed to get a fair mix from maybe 4 categories. We have representatives from industry, we have representatives from academia, we have representatives for our authorities, and most importantly, all of us as citizens, and the impact on us, of our economic and social welfare. So welcome again to Bristol, and I would like to invite Uwe to come and say a few words to us. Thank you.